we have Hanno from Personio. Please come on stage. You already presented in London, and I said it's such a great product, you have to come back to Berlin. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Marco. Hi, everyone. So looking at today's agenda, I'm sure most of you are here on this stage to see the 5 different scooter companies present in around an hour. And I have to say, seeing that I'm the only HR software company that will be presenting here today, and that none of our functionalities actually contributes to last mile delivery or mobility, I feel that we really missed out on a huge opportunity in a fast growing market. However, I want to spend the next sort of 8 minutes to tell you why I still think that what we do at Personio creates huge value and is a worth category pursuing and growing. The reason is that all companies that will be presenting here and on the other stages today, and that's including ourselves, that's including scooter companies, flying cars, or mobile banking, all of those, their success is based on the people. It's the people that build their products, it's the people that define the strategies, and it's their people that bring it to market. However, over 70% of all small and mid-sized companies today do not use a digital tool to manage those people that are contributing all to their success. Instead, they have tons of Excel sheets, even analog files, and working with all this data to organize the people data, to have all that in different places, and all the different stakeholders that need to access those data have a really hard time working with that. That's why we at Personio have built a cloud-based platform that helps our customers digitize the whole employee lifecycle and digitize all these areas from recruiting, managing, and developing their people. We also have a huge reporting engine based on all the data that's in there. And essentially, we call it the HR operating system because it helps our customers digitize the entire employee lifecycle. Luckily, all this is not just relevant for scooter companies, flying taxis, or mobile banking, but there's 1.7 million companies in Europe today, of which, as mentioned, the 70%, so 1.2 million, do not have an HR solution in place yet. That's a large number of people that still work on very outdated solutions. But why, after all that time, is now the right timing to go into that market? Well, let's look at the different category that's somewhat similar to HR software, which is CRM. I'm sure you're all familiar with most of these names. Siebel Software, disrupting the market in the beginning, building the first CRM solution in the 1990s. Then, very famously, sort of a leading star for most SaaS companies, Salesforce, at the beginning of 2000s, bringing CRM software to the cloud, and then Pipedrive and other players utilizing all the abilities and the modern technologies to bring these opportunities and benefits into small and medium-sized businesses, and therefore having them have the same benefit, but at a smaller price, much more efficient to onboard and easier to use because you don't need any admins to actually implement it. So as said, that's a similar category to ours, but of course, sales has always historically been in software, but in most other areas where the money flows first. So that's why these companies have been trailblazing and have been digitizing their industries first. However, already in the 1970s, SAP started initially with finance, but then soon after also added HR, given that it's such a core function, and also then it was understood that that's very important and key to the success of all businesses. Then Workday moving into the cloud a few years later, and then we started in 2015 doing a similar shift as we've seen in the CRM software and tapping into that still very underserved market of SMEs that's now starting to digitize after they've digitized the other functions of their business. So since 2015, since we started the business, we've raised a bit of venture capital, first bootstrap, then raised around 50 million over the last couple of years to fuel our growth. That has led also to an explosive growth in regards to our headcount, growing from 3 people at the beginning of 2016 to over 230 today, and adding significant numbers month over month, both present in our Munich and Madrid office. But most importantly, while those are more vanity metrics, it's the success of the business, it's the customer growth that matters. And there we're closing into 1,500 customers and at around 150 employees managed in each account, that sums up to over 200,000 people that are today managed within Personio. And just a fun fact for today's conference, over 30% of all the NOAH speakers are also Personio customers. Our ambition is to build a category-leading HR software for small and medium enterprises in Europe. And for that, we're only in the very beginning. And if you've heard about Personio before, Marco mentioned that I spoke at London before, we might have met somewhere, you read about us, then everything that I told you so far hasn't been any news. But I want to share 3 things with you that I'm personally really, really excited about, and some developments that we're currently having that I'm sure will further not even fuel our growth, but accelerate it over the coming months and years. The first one is Personio Payroll. As you might have read, we've recently acquired a company from Spain, which we've been partnering for quite a while to offer and build a fully automated payroll solution that helps instantly generate payslips and update all the changes immediately. The benefits come also with the fact that there's no errors. We eliminated the errors out of the process because by automatically checking all the data entries, we can flag those errors pre-calculation and thereby have them changed early in the month. And we already today have an engine that serves multiple countries, including Germany, UK, and Spain, where customers today are using Personio Payroll. Talking about expansion in different countries, that's another big opportunity for us, where we started in the DACH market, where we have a strong footprint today. Then a lot of our customers already today are using Personio in 42 different countries around the world, many subsidiaries or other smaller entities around the world. But in 2019, we're actively expanding, entering new markets, which are Spain, UK, Benelux, and Nordics, with which we are currently getting active in order to pursue our vision of becoming the European category leader. Lastly, I want to quickly touch on what we call the Personio Marketplace. At our customers, we act as the system of record for all the HR and people data. This does not only mean that we can report on them and build a lot of synergetic functionalities ourselves, but we can also integrate with a lot of players around it and vertical solutions that have adjacent products to Personio. We already today have over 30 integrations in place that increase the value for our customers and let them, in addition to us as a core HR operating system, choose further products to work with based on the data that's within Personio. But we also do have an open API, which should allow other companies to build even smaller products on top of Personio and thereby leverage our marketplace, leverage our customer base, and help us grow, but grow themselves as well. So, coming back to what I said initially, that all of this, not only what we've done so far, but also the recent development, should help the people of those organizations, should help those organizations grow and manage their most important assets, which help them succeed as a business. And hence, I'm very confident that from the 200,000 employees that are being managed within our system today, we can, over the coming months and years, grow to millions of users of our product. And I'm very excited for that journey and very much looking forward to that. If you want to know more about us, we do have a booth here for the first time at NOAH as well, so excited to share some more news there with you as well, but also happy to talk in person. Thank you very much and have a good conference.